Hi dear students, and welcome to this video in which I'm going to teach you the difference between the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. It's so funny, because this is the fourth time I'm trying to record it, and I hope that I can record it successfully. Okay, so in this video, as I told you, we are going to differentiate between the present perfect tense and the present perfect continuous tense. As for the keywords, they are clear, and the keywords for the present perfect are since, for, just, already, yet, ever, never, lately, recently, so far, today, this, before, how long, and I'm reading them quickly because I mentioned them in the first video, and I also sang them to make it easier for you to memorize. And now for the keywords of the present perfect continuous, they are mostly the same except for the word all. All is a new word. All week, all month, all day, all year. This is one of the keywords of the present perfect continuous. This means that whenever you see it in a sentence, you think only of the present perfect continuous, not of the two tenses. And whenever you see the word just, already, yet, ever, ever, never, yes, ever, never, I've covered them. Ever, never, just, already, yet. Whenever you find these five words, you have to think of only the present perfect, not the present perfect continuous, because as you can see, they are not mentioned under the present perfect continuous heading. Now, what if you have the same keyword or one of the confusing keyword? When there is one of the confusing keywords, what are the confusing keywords? They are since, for, because they are here. Look, since, for, and they are here. So since, for, lately, recently, so far, today, this, before, and how long. These are the confusing words because when you find one of them in a sentence, you have to think of the two tenses. Okay. Let's have a look at the use of the present perfect and that of the present perfect continuous. For the present perfect, this is the timeline, okay? This is the past, this is the future, this is now, and this is the time when the action started, okay? So it refers to an action which started sometime in the past, and it has a relation to the present, okay? As for the present perfect continuous, it's this is also the past, the future, this is now, this is sometime in the past when an action started in some time in the past, and it is continuing until the present. It is continuing. These lines mean that it is continuing. There is continuity in the action until now. Let's have a look at the examples. I have learned a lot since I graduated. I have been learning English since I graduated. Okay, this sentence is in the present perfect tense and the other one is in the present perfect continuous, and we're going to mention them again or make them clearer again in the next slide, inshallah. And then the next example sentence is he has painted the wall white today, and he has been painting the wall today. Okay, remember these two sentences. And how to differentiate between the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. Look at these two words, amount and action. Okay, amount, if the most important thing in the sentence is the amount, you use the present perfect tense. If the most important thing of the sentence is the action, you use the present perfect continuous. Do you remember the first example sentence in the last slide? I have learned a lot since I graduated. Now, a lot, this is how much I learned. So this is an amount. Okay, this is the amount. So I use the present perfect the present perfect simple, and I say I have learned a lot. But when I say I have been learning English since I graduated, the most important thing here is the action, learning itself. I didn't mention how much I learned or how many how many lessons I learned and so on. So this is the action, and I use the present perfect continuous. Then we have two more examples. Look here. I have read 3 stories lately. I have been reading stories lately. Look at this arrow. I have read 3 stories lately. This means that I am concentrating on the amount. How many stories? 3 stories. So you have to use the present perfect simple. And here, I have been reading. I am concentrating on the action of reading itself. I didn't mention how much I read, okay, how many stories I read. One last example, which is I have eaten twice since 9 a.m. Twice, how many times I ate, okay? And I have been eating since 9 a.m. So I am concentrating on the action now. I have been eating. I didn't mention how much I ate or how many times. Now, finally, you have to pay attention to the form of the 2 tenses, how to correct the verb in the present perfect and in the present perfect continuous. For the present perfect, you use has or have plus the past participle, which is the 3rd form of the verb. And of course, in the first video, we revised how when to use has and when to use have. It's according to the subject of the verb. And the past participle, of course, which is the 3rd form of the verb. Like go, went, gone, it's gone. And by the way, it's go, went, gone, not gone. Gone. Go, went, gone. Gone is wrong, okay? For the present perfect continuous, you use has or have plus been plus verb plus ing. Like I have been reading. She has been eating. We have been playing, and so on. And of course, finally, the helping verbs of the present perfect and the present perfect continuous are the same. They are has or have. And again, why should we know the helping verbs of each tense? Because you need them when you form a question. Because when you form a question, the second word you get is the helping verb. After you put the question word, for example, if it is a yes, no, a WH question, where, for example, after where, you think directly of the helping verb. And the helping verb is brought according or is used according to the tense. So you think of the tense. What tense am I using this question? Present perfect, so I should use has or have. Past simple, I should use did. Present perfect continuous, I should use has or have, okay? What have you eaten? What did you eat? What have you been eating? So you use after what? The helping verb, and it's according to the tense. And thank you so much. See you in the 3rd video.